Hello everybody and welcome back to the new episode of Football Unplanned podcast. So today we're gonna talk about Champions League and European football in general, because we had first knockout stages done and we have a draw for new round.
Exactly, so let's see what have happened and what might happen.
So before we continue with the video, we would like to remind you to please subscribe, because we are now close to 100 subscribers and let's go there to reach our first big milestone. And now let's get to the business.
Yeah, so first of all, when we are talking about the last knockout phase of the Champions League, we really need to say a lot about what happened with Serie A clubs, because in a previous episode of our Champions League summary, we said that Serie A is actually doing pretty nice, pretty well. Yet today we have quite very different opinion, because there's only Internazionale Milano left in the knockout phase, and rest of them were actually kicked out by ex-Benelux clubs.
Yeah, that wasn't like the best showing of Italian clubs. I guess in good old fashion of this channel, we jinxed everyone. And especially Milan, like one of the best stories of this like phase was a guy from Feyenoord transferring to Milan to play more European football, and then Milan getting kicked out by Feyenoord.
By him, yeah.
Like, that's like, in the words of Milan legend Gattuso, it's Malakia. 100% Malakia.
It was the pure example of it, and yeah, what can we say? Like, I saw even a very short interview with Jan de Zeef, who's like half Polish, half Dutch, and he said that no one was expecting this amount of clubs from like Belgium or like from the Netherlands in the next round.
Bruges really impressed me. Like, it was unexpected. Like, I thought they did really good by actually going through like to the knockout stages to be in like top 24.
Yeah.
But for them to take one step more and like to be in the last 16.
Yeah, versus Atalanta.
Yeah.
Who's still like famous for the very like going forward.
For being a first team to actually beat Bayer Leverkusen last year.
Yeah, in the final.
Yeah. And it's
no one was expecting, like, when I saw the pairs of the first round of the knockout phase, I was like, okay, that's a goodbye, that's a max for Club Bruges, and also for like PSV, because they played Juventus.
PSV was playing decent, like in the group series. It was kind of a mixed bag. They managed to get a good place by beating like Liverpool's kids in the like the last match of this like league stages.
Yeah.
But they really impressed me against Juventus. They had a bit of luck. Juventus did hit the bar like in the last moments of the game. Well, not last moments, but like in overtime.
Yeah.
But in general, PSV played really good.
Yeah,
like,
that's why
it's not undeserved. Like,
yeah, like 3-1. It hasn't been like 1-0 by as goal, but like 3.
And the most weird thing is, I always like to bitch about Marciniak being shit referee. He usually is, but his call,
especially in semi-finals.
Yeah, but like his call to actually send off Theo Hernandez was spot
simulation.
On. Like, I didn't see it like in the live. I thought, okay, this is a penalty. But then like when I actually saw the replay, like, oh yeah, that was a flop and a half.
At first I was also like, okay, he whistled because he wants to show on the like 11th meter, and I was like, why? No, but it was a foul. But yeah, also after the replay, I was like
it was really, and to actually see it like first time, that goes to show like he can referee when he wants to. Like
when he has good day and he feels like very high self-esteem, his refereing is like top notch.
But like in most of the matches, he was really horrible and like.
Or like feeling too much like
Yeah, like he's always
Serious?
trying to get like the importance on him, like that he is like the top star. Like my brother in Allah, nobody paid to see. Like they pay to see the players.
Of course, like
It's like Colina complex, man. That's why the reason I never liked him as a ref. Also, like
Yeah.
okay, like you're not bigger than the players.
never. Yeah, like how do you recognize a good ref? Because
You don't see him.
you don't see him, and you asked to like say something about the ref. You're like, what?
Exactly. That's like the best freaking like commercial
Review,
like you have
yeah.
for yourself as a ref.
Exactly.
But let us not get too carried away. Maybe let's start with like the biggest match of Champions League, and it's like fixture between City and Real, and both legs were crazy. Like first leg was wow, and the second one was just sad. Like,
it was just being smacking. But what can I say from kind of neutral perspective also is that the top stars of both clubs actually played like real stars, just like it was in 20 years somewhere ago. Just like we had, for example, Real playing also like versus Milan, and you had like Shevchenko versus Zidane, and both of them and even more of the players played very good football, showed like scored something, assists. We had same evening, same Champions League, like top of the top match in both sides, where Haaland and Mbappe were like on the very top of their form and showed like best football that we could just ask. With Mbappe showing it once again on
finally something
on
like,
Santiago Bernabeu. Yeah, he by himself scored. I mean, he by himself moved Real Madrid forward, and yeah, right now they are kind of looking forward to at least semi-final, I guess, just by looking on the like knockout phase, just how it was like being drawn.
yeah, knockout phase in Champions League is crazy. You have like one half which is extremely hard, and the other half of Barcelona is just like chilling.
Yeah, where they might get like in quarterfinals like Lille or Borussia Dortmund only. So we will see. Like if they will not do something funny with Benfica, they
And you never know that really. Like
Exactly.
you never know that.
Yeah.
Especially Benfica is tricky. They've been tricky in the league stage, and like their match against Barcelona was epic stuff. Like one of the best matches of the league
ever.
part. Yeah.
Ever.
And that's why you never know. But
Yeah, but on the other
yeah.
side, Lewandowski scored 9 goals against them. So
yeah, I mean, we will see.
also, what should be mentioned when we are talking about this next round is that we will have a very nice German Bundesliga derby, Bayern versus Bayer. So
Yeah.
like one letter between them, and yeah, we will see, because for me that's gonna tell us who's gonna be in the second part of for the semi-final for eventually for Barca.
Yeah, I mean, last season Bayern was incredible. Like they had a great run. They unfortunately like missed out on like
On the
winning
final,
everything,
yeah.
and like they lost to Atalanta like very unexpectedly. But they won the title after lots of times. No, actually, it's the first title.
Yeah, because they were never.
Yeah, in the Ballack era, they lost like everything, like by with this match. So yeah, but like Bayern this season is looking much better, I guess. They're not playing great, but they're getting the results. I don't know what to say. At the same time, you never know when they might like spill points and do some like embarrassing stuff, like against Barcelona.
Yeah, so
And yeah,
that's why I'm kinda afraid to calling them like black horse. Yeah.
I mean, Company still has lots to prove, like as a coach, and like just how Hansi flicked him in the league stages is just like enough for me to be cautious about like saying, oh, they're gonna be like semi-finalists or something. Like no, for them it's like one game at a time. They have a good team. Kane is playing brilliantly. Olise fit in really nice, and like finally more players are healthy, so they can actually like put in a decent team.
Yeah.
But I am not impressed.
Still, yeah. Especially that their quarterfinal rival might be Inter.
And Inter is one of the best defenses in Europe.
Still, yeah, and even now they have bought from Roma Zalewski, who's kinda working out as a joker player for like last 15 minutes.
Yeah, because he's
best.
fast.
He's fast, yeah. And sometimes you just need a player who's making a wind, as we are saying here, like on the wing. But I guess they might not need anything special
that's
for
definitely
Feyenoord.
like not like some player that will like move the needle. But let's be honest, rarely are this type of transfers happening in the winter. Like that's a summer job, and this is like only like quick fixes. And I guess like Inter just wanted more depth, like in their team, to actually have someone to potentially come off the bench or just as a backup for potential injuries, because like we know it on the left side, like Di Marco is like one and only, like the god of the left side for entire like Inter Milan team.
Yeah. So just to finish up this like right side of the knockout phase, your like semi-finalists are?
I'll probably say Barca, Dortmund, another German team, and Inter.
Okay.
I'm not gonna call that match. Like one has Oktoberfest, one has aspirins, and you never know what will be better.
Maybe aspirins after.
Yeah, so you never know.
Okay, so now let's quickly jump to the like second half, which is more interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I think
like a lot of bigger teams.
Way bigger teams. I mean, this kind of reminds me of Euro 2016, where you have all the best nations on the right and only Portugal and like Belgium on the left.
Yeah.
So kind of similar situation over here.
I saw a great meme actually with Atletico Madrid and their like upcoming matches. Entire March they're gonna play against Barcelona and Real
all the time.
Like,
I mean, scoring a goal, it will be like a success.
I mean, they have a good score against Real so far this season, but
and then Barca in Copa.
Yeah, and it's weird. And then Barca in League also.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing schedule for them. But yeah, let's go to the right side.
Yeah, so we have Real Madrid with Atletico Madrid, and the winner gets PSV or Arsenal, and I will say Arsenal.
I mean, Arsenal did turn into a hospital like lately, and
back again, like Havertz, Saka.
Yeah, like one of the most important players, I guess. Like, and they're also out of attackers because like Gabriel Jesus is also like injured. I don't know, but PSV has already been on a good run, and like we said, like when we were talking about Italian clubs, I never thought that they're gonna be like past Juventus. I'm not gonna write them up, but still, I'm like leaning towards Arsenal.
Right.
And then we have maybe like the derby of the second stage. It's
Liverpool.
PSG against Liverpool, and that's gonna be like really interesting because PSG is running away in the league. Like it's not even close at this point, and they had really unconvincing start of the league period, but then they kind of caught up with the pace after this win against City, and they demolished Brest like
10-0 in aggregate.
And one goal disallowed even.
Like
it was really like smacking, like
7-0 in the revenge match. So the firepower is there, but Liverpool has still Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm also never gonna say PSG are favorites anywhere, because I mean they had much bigger like stars. So currently they've even lost like Colomwani, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Like they're like I would say like one and only star is Dembele, and he's the guy who destroyed Barcelona like almost single-handedly, like together with Coutinho and Griezmann kind of.
Griezmann kind of.
This is like the horrendous free transfers that are like killed Barcelona almost. But yeah, I mean, I'm still not even like as a bias of a Liverpool fan. I'm still gonna say like Liverpool, because
I mean, yeah, they are more of a team right now. They are going forward, at least for today, for a Premier League title, and maybe some other cups. But yeah, like they were drawn on the worst side of this like knockout phase.
yeah, like
But if you wanna be champion of Europe, you need to win with everyone still. Like doesn't matter.
you have to prove it.
Yeah, exactly. But on the next round, they might see their old friends from Premier League, which is Aston Villa or Club Brugge, which we also talked.
And like when you see all of these like teams and this like side of the draw, and then you see like Bruges and Aston Villa, and I think both of them are like just like happy to be here at this point.
Both of them might be like 100% sure that they are the ones that will go to the quarterfinals, which will grant them like lots of money also.
Yeah, I mean,
and let's also not forget about the all types of like rankings of the leagues and the countries.
Yeah, I mean that's important,
etc. Yeah, and especially now the Dutch are starting to look if they can overpass Ligue 1 like the France, and get like more clubs to the European Cups. But that's a topic for some like other day.
Yeah, we will touch more of that when we come to like the league, the teams World Championship, like
in the June. But yet still, we can say that PSV, and if Club Brugge will go both to the quarterfinals, then all of the rankings of the leagues will also get like very interesting on the
like Belgium
on the
league and Dutch league will get some like big points because of that. And it also depends because France now in Champions League they only have PSG.
And PSG is playing with Liverpool, so that can also end very fast, just like for City.
Yeah. So it's gonna be an interesting thing.
And what I can say also about this like new system, just like short, keeping it very short, that for leagues like Swiss, Austrian, like Czechs, like Polish, Ukrainian, all these like Eastern, kinda let's say Eastern European,
beautiful Eastern Europe.
Yeah, leagues, it was actually better to not be in top 8, because let's have a look, for example, for let's say Jagiellonia, who's playing in a Conference League. Just because they weren't just like Legia in top 8, they got 2 matches more, and Jagiellonia was one of the better clubs in this like second part of the league.
They were like
stage.
In the like top end of this like 9 to 24.
Yeah, they were, I think, like on 9th place, something like that. Maybe
yeah, I know you talked about like when they got like barely like out of, like only on like goal difference they got like pushed down.
Exactly, yeah, one goal decided.
Yeah.
For that some Turkish club took their place in top 8. But my point is that for example our Ekstraklasa would gain more more money and more points
it is like national coefficient.
Yeah, if both of our clubs were actually in the in this like 9 to
but
24.
like on one side I understand this, but on the other side like Ekstraklasa teams aren't good, and like what if Legia got like drawn against someone who's actually competent,
or like Copenhagen.
Yeah, like, I mean not them because they were like also in the top 8, but I guess like some clubs that are like down but they are still like really good, like Betis for example.
Oh yeah,
like,
Fiorentina.
Yeah, like these are dangerous teams, and they are like 100% much better than Legia.
Of course, yeah, and most probably they will win.
Like
yeah, but this time thankfully Jagiellonia got
they got just from Serbia.
Yeah, Bachka Topola. Yeah, and both of them they won like 3-1, and that means we still have much chance to be on the 15th place next season. So we will have two clubs for a right to play in the qualifications for the Champions League. And in the Champions League we also see that, for example, Borussia Dortmund player Guirassy had 2 more matches, and for now, before the round of 16, he is the top scorer. And
yeah, because he scored the goals in these like elimination matches like last week.
Exactly. Yeah. So and like Lewandowski didn't have this chance.
Yeah, and but like
how much he is looking right now for like some individual also
first
achievements.
Of all, I guess like for the teams, I think like the rest is most important, especially when it's like teams like Barcelona, like Liverpool, like Bayern, like teams who are fighting in their leagues for the title. Like they need all the like help that they can get.
Yeah, they're aiming for the trophies.
Yeah, and like every match that they don't have to play and actually like tire out their like main players is a good thing.
Yeah,
you said like a good point about like leagues as such as like Polish league, and for example like Bosnia made history now, like with Borac Banja Luka being the first Bosnian team ever to go past like these knockouts. They managed to do it like in a crazy ass way against like Olimpia Ljubljana, and that was like a pure carnage. Like it was 20 minutes of added extra time, and like the replay match, it was everything happening. That was crazy. Like, and in both matches there were missed penalties. It was insanity. Like
true European football, like in 100 years ago.
It was like pure insanity, and this like means a lot, especially for the club because it's going to be a lot of money,
of course.
But I mean, like for those like top tier clubs, like Barcelona is playing all the time. Like you have players like Pedri who played like
100 something
like per year, and it's like,
and like even whole Euro.
and they're like, please let me rest, I guess, because like this is just like, I think way better for them. Anyway, like every player and every team, they have like 8 matches instead of 6.
And like, you know what, for me, like an idea for fixing this, to not have players playing 200 something matches, will be like deleting the limit of the substitutes. Let's make all the clubs have as many players as they want, so you can change all of the players. Like you can start both halves with 11 different players, you know.
I mean, like
maybe
don't let
Wenger
like hear you. He might like propose this actually.
Yeah, but
to be honest, I don't know. That might be actually a good idea, because like you can see a lot of other sports. I don't know, like basketball, like volleyball, like handball, like hockey. Like literally every sport except football, I think like that I can think about now. Do you have substitutions that are like in and out?
Yeah.
And in football, once you're out, you're out.
Yeah, and that rule we can actually leave. Like, if you are being sent off, you can just like go to the restroom, like change yourself, and like go and watch the match on the bench. But like every guy that went in can be also sent off, but you cannot go back if you if you actually played. Maybe that's a solution. I mean, on the pandemic times we have changed the rule of 3 substitutes to 5. So why not
and
make
that
it like
stayed after
15?
after like pandemic. So I guess it would be interesting thing to see.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I wouldn't form an opinion of it because like I don't know how it would be like practically like in place. But definitely, I mean, it might sound dumb, but on the other hand, it has a point.
I mean, my point is that if all of the great players will be playing just like, for example, maximum half an hour, that would be way better for their health.
But I mean, like in all important games, they would still have to play like 90.
But how many important matches you might have?
I mean, that depending on the league, I guess. Like in Premier League, it's much tighter. But I guess there wouldn't be much need in Pedri playing like 90 minutes against Las Palmas, against like Alaves and all of these clubs.
Yeah. And like you can have, for example, 30 players and 25 of them will actually play. Why not? I mean, in American football you have 2 squads. One squad is for
defense and
attack
offense. Like
that's some like topic.
Food for thought, definitely. Like so, people, what do you think about this idea? Like
let us know. Maybe
let us know, definitely.
Yeah.
So guys, this was a short summary of what happened in the Champions League and European football as in whole, and a bit about the draw, and as in good old football unplanned fashion, we even have some solutions for player injury crisis. So
and that's just the first one.
So I mean, you have definitely some food for thought for you. So let us know down in the comments about who do you think will go through in the next stages, and what do you think about this substitutions idea.
Yeah, and just like always, leave a like, share and subscribe.
Take care.